else I'd do it than, hey, my name's Nick. This is appropriately terrifying. Before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge that this is stolen Yagara and Turrbal land. Sovereignty was never ceded. This always has been and it always will be Aboriginal land. I'd like to pay respect to elders past, present and emergent. Extend that same respect to any and all other First Nations people gathered with us tonight. We exist in a genocidal right-wing hellscape. The best thing I can figure out, and I haven't figured anything out, but the closest I've come is that community is what will save us, maybe, or at least keep us upright. So thank you all for being here. I'm going to play some old songs and some new songs. Unless you're Dan, you probably haven't heard any of them before, so they're all new to you. Thanks for bearing with me. If it's shit, just boo really loudly and I'll end quicker. Thanks. something like this feeling so confident, and then you actually have to stand up here and do it. Mostly these days I do a band called Plainer. This is a song from a record that we still can't release, unfortunately. But I swear if one more person asks me about it, maybe I'll just fucking do it.
Can you release it? Release the album?
Can't hear anything, sorry.
Release it!
It's very noisy up here. We don't play this one at shows, and if you think that we should, feel free to talk to my bandmates and tell them. This is about making friends on a website called Last.fm 100 years ago.
I remember this fucking Last.fm. That note is not giving.
So if you want more of the story, I can tell you later. Alone in any way that counts, blindly seeking reciprocity. Who could say what something's worth, or what small chance in time could flourish, or with age decay leaves us out here on our own again, still lost for words, searching for something to say. I know that self-reflection is hard, but just take a moment. Have we become the sort of people we held in esteem? What adulthood looked like from your early 20s? How could all this align with what you used to dream? You could be waiting here forever. If you're not sure, every choice you've ever made laid out before you now would seem as natural as closing a door. I could ask what you'd choose with nothing left to lose, but we both know there's not a thing to gain. Re-asking, it can't lead anywhere. Just back to the start, asking again. I know it's self-deception in part, but I can understand. stand that? Who could blame you for moving past your mistakes? It's strange to think that the distance between... Ooh, Tina. Nothing happened. Strange to think that the distance between us isn't any greater. For all the luck in the world and any difference it makes. Someone had their set list on a post-it note. I'm sorry, mine's on my phone. not anywhere near as interesting. Shit. These are all looking pretty dicey. I watched someone play a solo set recently and they told the most charming stories about their songs, and I thought, wow, I could do that. I could tell all of the weird little nuances. Now with all of these eyes looking at me, I'm like, I'm fucking taking up your time with my sad songs, and they go for so long. You don't want to hear me tell you what they're about.
We want it, we want it!
Oh shit, I promise I wasn't asking for that. I will instead tell the story that last night I had to play these, I chose to play these from my partner who'd never heard some of my old songs before, and her feedback was, Nick, all of your songs go for a really long time. Which is true. And if anything, as I get a little older, I'm trying not to be so self-conscious about it. The quickest way to explain this is it's about nearly having an accident in regional Victoria in someone else's Volkswagen Beetle. And that being the best part of the tour you're on. And yeah, the song, it's another plainer song. This is called Drive. You can never outrun it. There's no higher ground. It is rising to drown you. Your ambition and guile staring back in the mirror as you practice your smile. Who cares if you can't see through you? End of the day, you still have to live with yourself, and even in spite of all you've been through, still got nothing that's real to say. Just say it loud as possible. Guests are a bit part. Your lines down the road by heart. The rules are yours to make up. with purpose and forethought. The agenda is set, and if anyone noticed, you could always forget. But who cares if they can't see past it? At the end of the night, it's still all in your head. Well, I've heard it said there's no force on earth that can outlast it. And if you make it through, what then? Would you rewind and start again? Guess star a bit part, it's down the road by heart. The rules are yours to make drum. Hollywood a half glance, no part of the plan left up to chance. The rules are yours to make up. Surely there's quicker ways to make a buck. Cheers. He's gonna tune his guitar, it's gonna be great.
I love this song.
It's at least the most musically complex. In the interest of the storytelling aspect, when I was much younger, I had a band and we put out some records. I've been trying to think about those songs across what I'm calling the cringe gap. Enough time has passed that I have to accept that I did them, and it still feels like a different person wrote them now, which is nice. Because that guy was whiny. But at that time, I knew two people who in very short space of time their homes burnt down. And so that was and still is bigger than anything I can conceptualize. It's I feel like I've led a life of inordinate privilege and not much terrible shit has happened to me in the scheme of things. So I tried to write about that at the time. Yeah, the song is called Midwestern. I'll face that I have never seen a house burn down. Imagine it's hard
know for sure.
Thanks. That's nice. You're all very nice. How's the time thing? When should I stop?
Continue.
Whenever you like.
Terrible answers.
Continue.
So many songs.
These restrictions start at 10, so go for whenever.
I'll get quieter then. No, I'm going to play 2 plainer songs and then I'm going to cede the stage. Thank you so much to Dane for asking me to play. Thank you to all of the bands so far, and thank you to Gay Ass Crybaby who's playing after. The best message I got on Instagram when I posted the show was, Nick, you need to work on your band name. I don't just... I didn't catch a word of it, but I'm sure it was fantastic. This has nothing to do with the song I'm about to play, but I've been in regional Queensland for the past few days. My parents sold their home and went down to the local pub, thought it would be a smart thing to do, first mistake. It was nice, but my partner and I thought we'd play a couple of games of pool. It was all very, very pleasant. They were playing 80s bangers. It was like, what could go wrong? And this very ruddy man approached us as we were playing and just started leering kind of at us. And I was like, well, that's a bit weird. And then he walked over to me and he said, I'll play the winner. And I thought, oh, okay, this is odd. I miraculously won that game of pool. And my partner said, oh, here's the cue. And he went, don't worry, I've got my own. And he pulled out, I'm not kidding, a pool cue of his own with his name printed on it. And his name was Dick Smith, because, of course, and he proceeded to demolish me at pool, like, in a way beyond reckoning. I think I got to go once. Otherwise, he just cleaned the table with me. Anyway, I just think humility is really important. That moment taught me profound humility, as shows like this always do. I have no idea what I'm doing, so I'm really grateful for a chance to do it in front of you. Thank you. If anyone knows any of the songs, this will be the one that you know, because it's the only one on the internet. Not to get too serious, but this is about what happens when everyone sees the sign of something and collectively pretends not to notice, because that feels like the thing to do. Hey, don't do that. Don't do that. We're all active participants in things that are going on, and best case scenario, you might actually keep someone around who might otherwise not stick with us. So this is, fuck it, this is for my friend Fergus. we're told all along it'll all be okay, how does it go when things don't turn out that way? There's a catch in my throat at the sound of your name. If only I could have known, but otherwise carry on just the same. If only I could have known. I thought I saw you on the street and I couldn't breathe. Just for a second it floored me. But either way I kept walking towards whatever comes next, head first towards life after whatever we're calling it now. Never helps us make sense of what's left behind. And should we not speak the truth for fear of seeming kind? And if we're told all along it'll all be okay, how does it go when things don't turn out that way? Added to the list of things that I can't understand. Added to the list of things that I can't understand. Added up, what does it count for? The clouds and 1 foot in the grave. Added to the list. Cool, thanks. If I do one more, will anyone be mad?
Sorry, Matt. It's fine.
Keep going.
If one person's mad and everyone else is chill, then that's good.
Go here. We gotta cut it.
It's cut. Thanks so much, everybody.